Hello everyone, this is Eli J. Brown / Eli J. Brony, and this video is basically a little recap review on the Hero Recon team figures that came out from 2011 to 2012. I don't know if some people remember it, but back in 2011, when Hero Factory was around, there was, for some time, this Hero Recon team creator where you could go onto HeroFactory.com and design your very own hero. And I had gotten a couple of heroes using that building system. You can actually design the hero and have it be sent to your home after you have, built it up using the virtual creator. And that is what I did for some Hero Factory hero mock characters. Now, as a representation to Hero Recon Team, there was this hero called Merrick Fortes, who could be created using the Hero Recon Team Maker, although there were a bit of complications. Now, I think I already looked over Merrick Fortes when I got him back in 2011 using the Hero Recon Team Maker, and so this is supposed to be him right here. He is mostly white with the gunmetal armor pieces on his shoulders that were with the fire villains, and he has the exclusive chest armor piece that's black on the top and silver at the bottom, and then he also has this weapon piece right here. Although, I'm not quite sure if you could have added these shoulder armor pieces on there. I don't think they were there when I got the figure. I don't think that you could have added those onto the side. But anyway, I think that the way that he came out on the Hero Recon Team Builder is, well, like, I'm working on it, like this. There were quite a number of different limitations in regards to how you could have your hero be built. They didn't give you options to add all the different pieces together to get it to look exactly the way you wanted it, though of course once you actually got the figure, you could customize it any further than how it was. I mean, with the virtual builder, there were some limitations, but once you got the figure, you could add your own parts and change things up. Now, for a representation of an actual custom hero, I have this guy right here, and I don't have a name for this guy. This is just a hero that I built up. This is not a hero that I got in the Hero Recon Team Builder. This is a hero that was just more recently assembled using parts that I had already, but he does mostly represent what a Hero Recon Team hero could look like when you build him up. Now, for starters, I'm going to take off some pieces because I want to show how the skeleton really works, or how the build works out. So, taking off all those armor pieces, and, the head is the head, and, oh, forgot this. And this is basically what you start out with. The skeleton pretty much was always the same when it came to the Hero Recon Team Builder. You could not choose to have the standard length of legs. You only had the option to have the slightly longer length, which makes this hero the same height as Stormer 2.0 or Rocket 3.0, making them slightly taller than all the other heroes, which is quite an odd choice to have the heroes be slightly taller rather than either having them be shorter or giving the designer more options for how tall the hero could be, or how long the arms could be. The arms are the standard length, not the shorter length that Evo, for example, had. And And this is basically what you start out with. Now, of course, you are required to give hands and feet for the hero. But of course, you also have the option to give the hero some armor, or weapons rather, on each hand. You know, like using one of those shield pieces for the hands, or even both hands if you wanted to, or one of those Savage Planet claw pieces. Though of course they didn't have that feature right away when Hero Recon Team came out. Basically, when Hero Recon Team came out, the only parts that were available in the builder would be any parts that were available in the 2.0 series. Like, there were no parts that you could get, like, any parts you couldn't get anywhere else. There were no other exclusive pieces other than the chest armor right here. That was pretty much the only exclusive piece. Though as far as I know, there were a couple of pieces that were going to be in the Savage Planet series that had not been released in any sets prior to that. Some examples would be that they already had the silver 5-long length armor pieces available in Hero Recon Team, and the same goes for the black 5-long size armor pieces. And these pieces were in Hero Recon Team long before they were actually released anywhere else, but they were not exclusive parts. Well, at least they were exclusive up until the Savage Planet sets were released. So, up until the 3.0 sets came out, if you wanted to have silver 5-long size armor pieces or black 5-long size armor pieces, the only way to get those would be through Hero Recon Team. Now, the funny thing about Hero Recon Team is the different options that they have in regards to what you could do with the main torso piece. I mean, well, for example, there's this standard version where you have the standard main torso piece used. So you could add that onto there. But also, strangely, you are also given the option to add this armor piece onto here, just like that. And then the hero core would be attached like this. Not really sure why anyone would want to have a hero be built just like that, but apparently LEGO thought that there would be someone that would want to build the hero just like that, so they gave the option there. Though what's funny is that they don't give you the option to add this armor piece on to the arms or the legs, just the main torso. They also did the same thing with those engine pieces that came out with the fire villains. I think I do have them. I do have a lot of them, but not really any close ones close by to me in the recording studio, and I really don't want to bother getting up to show you. But one of those engine pieces that came with the fire villains, like Fire Lord's jetpacks, Jetbug's jetpacks, you could use that as a chest armor piece there as well. Now, I'm going to be putting the armor back on to show you how it works out. Okay. There we go. Although the thing about the Hero Recon Team figures is that they don't give you the option to put anything on the lower arms. I mean, they have these ball connection points on, so why not put armor pieces on here? That just doesn't make any sense. Alright, so now as far as the head is concerned, you had the skull caps and the visors to go with, and of course you could mix and match the different skull caps that goes onto the hero's head. So you could have this be the red helmet, or the blue helmet, or the yellow helmet, or whatever, and the visor here, well, for example, this is the visor from Stormer 2.0, but you could also use the Furno goggles, the eye scope piece from Surge, the visor from Breeze, any of those were available as an option, but what was not available as an option was the option to have a skull cap on the hero's head, but not a visor in between. And what I mean is, they didn't give you the option to do just this. They didn't give you a little special piece so you could connect the visor on there, or helmet, skull cap, without the visor in between there. Which I feel is kind of unfair, because there are some people that actually wanted to do that. So why not give us the option to do that? I don't know. Now, of course, when the Savage Planet series came about, they then updated Hero Recon Team so that there were more options, such as the armor pieces that were introduced in Savage Planet, the weapon pieces, as well as the helmet pieces from Savage Planet. They were put into Hero Recon Team. But the problem was, all of the helmet pieces that came out in the Savage Planet series were all one color, so you could not choose what color you could have the helmet pieces be in. They each only had one option. Although I am grateful that not all of the helmet pieces are the same color, but they only had one color option for them. Like, you could only get the Inferno Eagle helmet in red, Stormer's Rhino helmet could only be gotten in white, and so on. It would have been good if they actually gave you options to change the colors of the helmet, other than what colors actually existed in the official sets. It would have been good if they did that. And it probably would have been good to also give us more options with the skull caps, rather than just giving me the 6 colors that actually exist. You know, like giving us a brown skull cap, or a black skull cap, or a silver one. That would have been very nice. And they did also give us the new options for the different colors of the feet. The black ones weren't available before, and the black hands were not available before. Although a problem with Hero Recon Team when it got updated in September is that they took out the exclusive chest armor pieces. Now, these chest armor pieces were still available in the builder, but you no longer could purchase them. If you tried to purchase a Hero Recon Team hero that had this chest armor piece, you were given the option to either switch it out to a chest armor piece that was completely black, or to go back and edit your hero. I just feel like it was, unfair that they actually took this piece out, because for most people, this was the one reason people went to the Hero Recon Team, builder. I'm not quite sure if they took out the Hero Recon Team armor pieces by any choice that they would have made anyway, or if there was actually a reason why they took this armor piece out, which otherwise wouldn't have made them take this out. I honestly do not know if they took this armor piece out by choice or by force. So that was quite unfortunate. I remember I was going to purchase a Hero Recon Team hero which did have this chest armor piece, along with the Savage Planet creatures, around Christmas time of 2011. But when they announced that they were going to take this chest armor piece out in September, I decided that I had to get this hero a lot earlier than I originally planned. That was quite unfortunate, though. But what was fortunate is that they did give you more options for adding on more pieces. Like, beforehand, the amount of pieces you could add to your hero was 31 as far as I remember. And the amount of pieces that you could add after the update was 35. And the price stayed the same, so that was pretty much a good deal. Well, I think I have covered everything that I have to say about the Hero Recon Team heroes themselves. But I do want to point out one last thing, and that would be the naming. I really do not get as to why they did not just give you the option to just type in a name for your hero. Instead, they just give you a row of different names to just select. Like, you select the first name, you select the middle name, and you select the last name. But they just did not give you the option to type in whatever name you wanted. Like, for example, if you wanted to name your hero, like, let's say, for example, I'm trying to think of an idea. If you wanted to name your hero, like, maybe David, or something like that, or Adam, or something else, you would not be able to do that, because not every name in existence was an option to put into the Hero Recon Team Maker. So I unfortunately could not name a hero Eli, because Eli was not an option for a first name. So that is quite unfortunate. I think that LEGO said that they didn't put in the option to let you type in your own name because it supposedly would take too long. Although, what is there to take on? Don't you just type in the name and it just gets printed out? How difficult is that? If it was me, I would say not difficult at all. But maybe I am missing something. Maybe there was something that made it happen a lot, to make it a lot harder to type out a simple name. And there's just, like, some reason that they didn't do it that I cannot even think of. You know, like, they had a reason that they didn't let you type in your own name, and I just cannot think of any reason why. That doesn't mean that no reason for them to do that exists. It just means that there is a reason, or may be a reason, and I just can't think of any possible reason as to why they would do that. Alright, well, I think I've blabbled long enough. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.